Hi everyone, Trina here. I'm going to do a flip through of some Christmas cards that I made last year. Many of these were done with a group of small children ranging in age from 4 to 12, along with myself and my cousin. So prior to going to their house to make these, I made up card kits so that the girls wouldn't have to do any cutting, so that they wouldn't hurt themselves or anything. And I tried to make many of them as easy as possible, especially the first couple, just to build them up and get used to using double-sided tape, glue, and so forth. They're really simple. I just wanted to show them. I'm still testing out my lighting, my new camera, and my new microphone to see how things are going to go. I still have a lot of adjusting to do, but guinea pigs. Anyway, here's the first one. Again, I tried to make them pretty simple, just doing some matting, a little bit of inking. It was just practice for everyone. In many cases, I didn't get my cards even because in addition to making my own and showing them how to do it, I was watching them and helping them. So this is one that we made. We also made some random envelopes, but I'm not really going to show you the envelopes. That's that card. Here's another one that's very much like it, just a different plaid. And another one, very similar plaid. Actually, it's almost exactly the same. The heart's just tilted a little bit. I think, yeah, we did some stamping on the inside, just practicing new stamps. This cardstock isn't really the best. It's really cheap and flimsy cardstock and very porous. Probably not the best to be stamping on, but you can see that is true with this cardstock as well. And then we mixed it up a little bit on this card, put a little bit of washi tape as an accent there, and all these hearts and stuff are popped up. And again, another one, just really a different plaid, different matting layer. And this one was really super fun. The girls really enjoyed this one. Just a little snowman made with a couple of circles, little hat that I actually cut out by hand. I made a template for myself and then cut them out. Little sparkly cardstock there that I punched out the hearts, and then I cut out some ribbon and did some, you know, the little hole punch for the eyes and the buttons, and then on the inside, and those are popped up as well. These aren't the best cards in the world, but the girls really enjoyed making them. And as I said, you know, when you're dealing with children from the ages from 4 up, you have to make sure that you have something that's very doable for all of them. And these are just rectangles that are folded and then glued down. The backs of them are glued down. Just a little star sticker there. Pretty simple one. A little bit of stamping. Yep. These poor things have traveled. I just recently moved from Indiana to Florida, so they took a little bit of wear and tear. I didn't have them packaged very well. This one I made cardstock that was covered in some washi tape, and I used my large circle punch to cut them out into ornaments, and then just a little bow, and that's just a piece of ribbon there. These are very simplistic, but again, the girls really enjoyed making them. And here's another one, same thing. Covered a piece of cardstock in some washi tape, and then used the hole punch to cut them out, or large circle punch I should say. Little ribbon, and then the string. And these were fun. Little envelope, tiny envelope adhered to the front, and this one is really jacked. I think this may have been one that maybe my granddaughter made, but again, she was 4 at the time. And we just made little washi tape across some paper and then cut out triangles to make these little trees There's a little bit of a sticky back pearl there, and this actually opens up, if I can get it, and it's just stamped Noel, and that goes inside that little envelope, and the envelope stays open. And then on the inside, I think we might have stamped a sentiment on the inside as well. Again, I know these aren't perfect, but you know. And this one, use the little corner rounder to make this. This is part of a cut apart. It's been popped up a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. That's a sentiment strip out of the cardstock. And I don't remember what paper pads I used. Again, this was, what, now almost a year ago when we did this. And then I just put a little strip there so that it would show underneath there. It's probably some paper from Michael's, because that's where I get most of my paper. Oh, another one of those. This one was really fun. The kids had fun making this. I took some cardstock and actually used my scoreboard to make that brick pattern on the cardstock, and then cut it up for us all to use, but I don't know if you can see that. I think you can. And then this cardstock here is wood grain, gold, and white, and it's supposed to represent kind of like a mantle over the fireplace. And we adhered these little clothespins that are gold on there, and if you squeeze that, these actually come off, and they're just like little cards that you would, like, you know, if you got cards for Christmas, how do you hang them up around your house? So that was fun. Again, horrible cardstock, really just absorbing everything and making a mess. But they were all so pleased when they got to give out their cards last year. Then there's this one, and this was when we were practicing inking, and this, again, not the best cardstock for that. And I don't know if this is going to pick it up. Yeah, I think you can see it, that we did some tone-on-tone stamping with some snowflakes. This was another one of the warm-up cards for them. Of course, I realized people could do these better, but again. And then here's another one, kind of a strange fold. This is showing through from the back, and these angels we made gluing several different pieces and shapes of cardstock together. A little bit of ribbon there for the bow, heart, has some gold foily cardstock in the background. And here's another one, like the one that I showed you already, with the rounded corners. This is part of a cut apart, put on some foil cardstock, and it's popped up. This one was really fun. I used some washi tape on some cardstock, and then used my 1-inch circle punch to cut it out, and then I used the epoxy, their adhesive on the back, epoxy circles, and put them over the top and made them look like little ornaments. And these cards we made to stand up like that. This one was fun. We did it first to give them time to dry. We have several layers here. The background with the stars, and then we used white cardstock with some glue and some glitter. The girls really enjoyed the glitter, of course. And then these Christmas trees. I already told you on another one, I believe, that we put washi tape on some cardstock, and then we just cut it into angles to make Christmas trees. And some of them are popped up a little bit depending on where they are. In this layer of snow here, snow is popped up as well. But the girls really enjoyed making that one. Who doesn't enjoy playing with glitter? Okay, just another one like this. It's more plaid. Now these ones were really quite fun. I don't know if you can see this to get an idea of how it was made. It was made with 3 squares glued together. And again, it's seen better days, but oh my goodness, look at that. That got stretched out because that wasn't like that before. But anyway, this actually has Velcro on it, so it Velcros like this. And then it becomes this 3-sided card. And I made it to look like Christmas trees. And sentiment over there. And again, as I said, these have seen better days because they just moved and everything. I don't know if you can see the little bit of bling right there in the W. Anyway, these actually stand up, which is fun. Sorry. I made a few of these cards, but I really like those. I did give some like this to people for Christmas, and they were a big hit. And this is another one of these with the corners rounded. It's very simple. Little cut apart that's been popped up. These are just great cards if you want to get together with a bunch of kids, and they're simple, but it's a good way to introduce them to using crafting supplies and so on. Also, all the girls actually gave out their cards for Christmas, and it really made them feel good to be able to give cards to people that they made. So I would absolutely do this again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the flip through, even though they weren't absolutely astounding cards or anything like that. Again, you're my guinea pigs. I'm trying out all my lighting and everything. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this flip through. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.